Hello. With, the law of attraction and everything, you can do whatever you want. What if there was a particular male that I was attracted to and I wanted as, a boyfriend or a husband? How would I go about attracting him? In particular, there's one person, I don't think he knows me yet, that I've really been attracted to for the past 2 years. And recently he took on a girlfriend. How would I go about attracting him? Is that possible?
Well, it is, but here's the thing. Sometimes, in fact, very frequently, people will see something, a person, a prize, and they will feel competition for this one prize. And the problem with that is when you see someone that you think you would like or something that you think you would like, but then you see someone else as the possessor of it, in your attention to what you want and in your attention to the fact that someone else has it, now your vibration is not pure and so it cannot come to you. Okay. And so the most significant thing that we would say that will serve you over and over and over again is just keep remembering there is not only one prize. And so say to yourself things such as, you appeal to me. Don't say this to this person. Say this to yourself about this person.
Okay.
You appeal to me in all of these ways, and I am going to draw the essence of you to me. And thank you for being here, for me to observe, for me to sniff out vibrationally, for me to think about and dream about and visualize around. Thank you for being a focal point that I will use to align my energy. And then I trust that law of attraction will bring me an exact replica of that which I believe you are. The wonderful thing about this is that you can look at someone who may have many characteristics that you don't want, and if you don't see them, the universe will not bring to you the replication of the characteristics that you do not want. In other words, you could pick out one thing about someone that you really, really like. Maybe it could strictly be appearance. And then you could mentally give this person all of the other attributes that you are wanting. And as you use them as a focal point that causes you to focus energy, and as the desire is fresh and good feeling when you focus, not full of lack, put it together in perfect formation. This person is not yet come fully to you. The things that are on their way to you are so much better than you even know that you want. And when you are blissing out over this and appreciating over this and getting in a rampage of appreciation over that and having fun with this and having joy about this and feeling meditation over this, in other words, when you are doing as many activities in a day as you can do that feel good to you, then all of these things that the universe knows that you are wanting make their way to you and appear in perfect timing for you.
Okay, because I felt when I found him, saw him or heard him, that it was all that, beyond what I could ever imagine that I wanted. And hearing him strike such a deep chord with me, it almost scares me somewhat.
Well, your work is to keep yourself in a place of relief. In other words, when you want it so much it hurts, you're wanting it too much.
Yeah.
But when you don't think about it and you miss the thought of it, now you're not thinking about it enough. But when you think about it and then you feel doubtful, now you're wanting it more than you're able to allow it. Really, the rule of thumb is, I want to think about this person as much as I can, as long as it feels good. And when it crosses a line and doesn't feel good, then your work is to sort of scramble. And we don't mean that because it's urgent, but we mean get there as fast as you can in a place of relief. So you just keep talking your angst down by saying, I don't have to make anything happen. What I'm wanting is coming. If not this person, another one just like him or even better. In other words, just talk yourself back into that soothed place.
Okay.
It's great fun to see all of this evolving. And you see, it's interesting for us because we know all of the things that you want, and we know what's lined up for you, and we know how it will thrill you. So it's like we've seen the end of the movie and it really turns out good. But then as we watch you prolonging the unfolding in a pleasing way because you don't trust that the end of the movie turns out good, then we want to tell you that the end of the movie turns out good. But then you want to say, yes, but does this movie turn out exactly the way I want it to turn out? And we say, yes, it turns out exactly the way you want it to turn out. You say, but how will it happen, and who will it be, and when will it come? And we say, now you're getting to that place where you're not so much allowing it to be, you see. So what we're really trying to instill within you is a sense that it's going to be really, really good for you. And why not enjoy the journey? Why not relax a little and not try to demand that the universe give it to you in the distorted precision that you are identifying? Instead, let the universe give you what you really want. Yes.
Yeah.
Good.
That was it?
Hardly, but we know what you mean.
Okay.
For now.
Yes.
Good.
Okay. Thank
Yes.
you.
All these relationship questions have stirred me up. And I have...
Do you know the relationship that you are all looking for? Do you know what it really is? You want the relationship between you and you. And when you meet a person who looks fondly at you, or who is appreciative of you, or someone that you look fondly upon, or someone that you appreciate, it just hooks you up to your inner being, which is what you want all along. So the relationship that you are all looking for is the relationship between you and you. And everything else is just helpful in that. Really. Don't you find that interesting? That what you really want is a reason to vibrationally connect with who you really are. And so you ask so much of people because you say to them, you need to be the one that causes me to feel good. And what we want to say to all of you is, if any of you are without the relationship of your dreams right now, that's a wonderful thing, because now you have an opportunity to work on the relationship that really matters first and foremost. And then in that connection, the relationship of your dreams will come. But you're going to discover that the relationship of your dreams is really your own inner being. It's that infusion of clarity and confidence and wellness. That's what you're reaching for. And it's nice to have a human friend who holds you as their object of attention and adores you right into your connection. And we really wish that for all of you. We wish that you could be that for each other. We wish that you could just love each other into connection. But we want you to experience greater independence than that. We want you to say to your lovers, I love you, but I don't live for you because source energy flows through me. You are a catalyst to my well-being, but you are not essential to my well-being, because I've got that figured out on my own. I have reached for thoughts that give me relief, and I have relieved myself all the way into my full connection with who I really am. And now we can just dance and play together. Can you feel how you take them off the hook? In other words, do you know how many men would flock to you, all of them, if they knew that you would allow them to be as they are and you would not hold them responsible for your happiness? That's what everyone wants. How much bondage is there in believing that your happiness depends on me? So I've got to figure out what you want and stand on my head in all those different ways. And it's not even possible. The greatest gift that you can give to anyone is to be happy. And we will take that further. The greatest gift that you can give to any partner, past, present, or future, is to be so connected with who you really are that they are irrelevant to your connection. And when they are irrelevant to your connection, then you're going to have a really good time together.
I have a dilemma. I have this man in my life who I was in relationship with a few years ago, has returned, and I never would have imagined that. And we're both like very different people now. The trust level is there. The heart and soul connection is beyond anything I ever expected. It's beautiful. His worldly life is drama, and I have total resistance to that. So I have this incredible depth.
Well, so what you just said to us, Abraham, I've gone to a restaurant and I ordered my favorite thing to eat, swordfish. But the cook sprinkled Tabasco sauce all over it and rat dung. And it is my favorite thing to eat, so I guess I should eat it. And we say, have at it. And you say, it must be meant to be, because I didn't know it was coming like that. I didn't order it that way. It just showed up that way. So I guess it is destiny. Sarcasm doesn't become anyone, does it? We are not saying to you that there is not potential for a wonderful relationship here, but what we are saying to you is it's so much easier to start in a fresh new place. You don't have to resurrect something that was before and then celebrate the fact that it is improved in this way and in this way. Why not just allow the universe to yield to you what you really want?
I think the depth of closeness and consciousness is so beautiful that, I want to not look at the debt,
attention to the aspects that are pleasing to you. You can activate that within your vibration. So what you're saying to us is, even though there are elements that I see that are easily activated within me, and it's hard for me not to notice them, there is great reason for me to clarify my vibration. In other words, when I weigh the pros and cons, there is so much more than I want than that I don't want, that I'm going to bring this to me. And we say, once you've made that decision, then you really owe it to yourself to really turn your attention away from the aspects that do not please you. And so you've got to find a way to de-emphasize those in your vibration by finding a way of soothing yourself about it. So talk to us about the thing that comes up the most that is bothersome, something that seems to disrupt your vibrational balance most often.
Well, he's been staying with me, and he's in debt, and he's a professional gambler, which is part of his life. He's also a therapist and a very conscious man.
Yes.
And channels his own guides. And
well, now, have you forgotten the question?
Yes.
The question is, what is it that happens on a pretty regular basis that is upsetting to your serenity, to your well-being?
The drama in his gambling.
Be more specific.
Losing.
But that's part of the game of gambling.
I know.
So does he complain about it? Does he worry about it? Is he spending money he doesn't have? In other words, why is that bothersome? Because a lot of people gamble and have a very, very good time at it.
He has been very successful in the past when I was not with him. Yes, he's really scored. It just seems like his life has been dragged through the mud for the last couple of years while I have not been with him.
But what we're getting at, when you speak in generalities, there's no place for you to feel your improvement. But when you focus specifically on something that really bugs you, something that when you poke at it, you can really feel the discord of it, and then you talk in a way that gives you relief, now you've improved your vibration about it. And as people listen in, often, almost everyone as they listen in, they would go where we went first, which is, why not just attract someone who doesn't have those elements already? But then you defend your point of attraction by saying, but there is so much that I really, really want here, that I think that it's really worth scraping the stuff off this fish that I don't want and experiencing the benefit of what I do want. And we can feel that from you. We can feel that your vibration is very powerful about this, that there is so much that is wanted by you. And so then we say, well, what is it that's bothering you? And you say, well, his gambling. Now talk more specifically about that, and then we'll show you how to find some relief about it.
I'm very empathic, and I take on his worry and concern and his wanting to keep his son in college.
And so it is financial debt that plagues him most?
At the moment, yes.
And when you say you're very sensitive to vibration, what does that mean? However anybody's feeling around me, then I'm forced to feel that way too. So it is very important to me to keep only good feeling people around me, because how they feel is how I'm going to feel.
I tend to do that.
Sort of the opposite of what we were just talking about, isn't it? Because what that's saying is, in this case, my happiness really depends on you, because how you feel is how I'm going to feel. Mm-hmm. So it's up to you to feel very good. And we say, not good for him and not good for you to feel that way. And so we would stop saying that right now. Instead of saying, I'm very empathetic, I pick up vibrations easily, we would begin saying, I'm practicing the beating of my own drum, and I'm practicing my own natural vibrations of connection so much that it really doesn't matter how anybody around me is feeling. I am in vibrational alignment with who I really am. And because I am now able to uplift them to a higher vibration.